What's up, crafty friends? Today I am showing you how I completely decorated our front porch as part of my $10 challenge. Every single piece that you'll see today was made from thrifted, Dollar Tree items, or items from my craft stash. You can create a similar cozy fall porch without breaking the bank. Let's get started.
Create, organize, style. You're watching Simple Made Pretty.
The first thing I did was take this old sign that I had made years ago and I started to sand off some of the chipped paint. I'm just going to paint it really quick. This is just some craft paint that I had in my closet. Hopefully I have enough to cover this up. Okay, because I don't need to paint the edge, I'm doing a vinyl paint peel sign. PVPP, is it paint? Oh my gosh, PVPP with my Cricut machine. So that is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to go sit this out in the hot Florida sun. I'll let it dry really quick. This should be completely dry before we put any vinyl on it. So the first project I'm going to work on is a fall wreath for the front door. And I'm starting with this basic grapevine wreath. Now, I've had mine for several years. And I don't typically like to glue things to mine. I do have some little bits and pieces of glue in here still. But basically, I will take my wreath and I will use it every season and create something fun and different every season. So if you're gluing things to yours, it's not going to last like that. But if you stick little picks like this inside of it, which is what I'm going to do, then you'll get a lot of use out of your grapevine wreath. And the reason why I like to change mine up is, number one, is the color of my front door has changed probably 5 times in the past 10 years. So, matching the front door. And right now our front door is a wood grain look. It used to be black. It used to be teal. We've even had a white door. So I am going to be using these 2 picks that I got from Dollar Tree, and I was able to get them for $1.25. They weren't marked properly. So the cashier I made them give me the $1.25 rate. And then I have a few of these little like scatter leaves. They came in a little baggie. They came with a bunch of different colors. So, and then I have a pre-made burlap ribbon bow, and I use this fat burlap ribbon. Like, this is from Michael's. It's old, probably got it on sale somewhere really cheap. It's from my craft stash. But you can also take any burlap and make your own bow. And all I did was really just twisted the fabric together. And then I actually did use hot glue to glue this together. So one thing I will say, and I've been using this a lot, you can see mine's pretty empty. I made this a few weeks ago, and I have several different recipes on fall room sprays. And I just love spraying this. I'm spraying it all over. So when I get my wreath done, I will be spraying this on our front door so people can smell the cinnamon and pumpkin porch using essential oils. And this recipe is in my last video that I posted, as well as simplemadepretty.com, with free printable labels and all of the recipe cards. I believe there's like 6, maybe 6 to 8 recipes on there, depending on what you want to make. It smells divine in here right now. So I'm going to have my wreath like this. I'm going to take some wire cutters and just cut off this excess stem that I don't need. And then I'm just going to slip it through the vine area and just tuck it back so it stays put without actually having to glue it in place. Now, the only thing I will be gluing is a couple of these. I'm going to glue them to the actual stem to kind of fluff that up a little bit. So we're just going to be very careful not to get any glue on the grapevine wreath, but it's only on the stem. I'm going to attach the bow. I put a brown pipe cleaner on the back, so then I can just tie it right to my wreath instead of gluing. Now it's ready to hang on the front door. This fall wreath makeover looks a very high end. It's rustic, bright, and welcoming, and no one would ever guess it's less than a coffee. Okay, next up, okay, I just wiped it down, so ignore this. I have a huge black flower pot that I want to fill up with some fall stems or something. So I am going to attempt to do that to fill up this huge thing. Ignore that I just brought it in from outside. Okay, so I had this plant. It died. So I'm using that and its little stems as a starting point. And I have this foam wreath because I'm going to try to stick some of the flowers that I have around it. I do have some leaves. So I'm just going to start sticking it actually in the soil. These were actually from my last $10 challenge, and I took them all apart, so they're not on stems. So I went out in the yard and I found a couple sticks, and so I'm going to hot glue these to this stick to get it to stick into my pot. Okay, I totally abandoned this. I put some pool noodles at the bottom of my pot to help give it some height. I had some of these faux mums, and these were in my family room, but I took a few of them out because I really didn't need that many in there. And I'm just going to start to place them around. Some of these are from Michael's, like a couple years ago, and then some of these are from Dollar Tree. So I actually had another one of the bottoms that goes to this pot, so I'm going to put that in there so you don't even see those pool noodles. Okay, I think I'm finished. I put some burlap around it, and then so I'm just going to sit this on my front porch. Giving this tired flower pot a makeover by layering these textured fall stems. It looks full and high-end without paying the price tag. Next up, I have these solar-powered lights. They have been in our backyard and our front yard, and so I'm moving them back to our front porch. They have been in our backyard, but I'm going to add some little fall details. I don't know, I'm still thinking about it. Okay, I ended up just taking some twine and wrapping it around, and then we can put some little candles in there and it'll look really cute. And these candles, they're battery operated, they're flameless. I'll link them in the description. I have them all over our house. They are awesome. With a few burlap bows, these lanterns instantly became warm, glowing accents for the season. I am going to be using a bunch of grocery store plastic shopping bags as the insert to make some outdoor pillows. And what I did was I just took two of the same size bags, and then I took all of my grocery bags that I had and I took them apart so that they're not squished together, and then fluffed them up so that that makes this fluffy pillow insert. I'm going to try my best to get 2 pillows out of this. This was a thrift store find. I was going to turn it into like a dress or something. I don't know. I really like the color. But then I decided it's a size 4X to use it to make 2 pillows. So you can see it's pretty big. And so I think I'll be able to make 2 pillows out of it. Now this is an option. What if I did a huge fabric pumpkin? I don't know. I don't know. Which would look better? I mean, this is for porch decorating. Alrighty, I'm gonna start by, I guess we'll just cut off the sleeves and see what we can work with. I've decided to just cut it straight down this way, actually meet, and then I'm gonna cut it straight down this way and then cut it right in the center. Close enough. And so now I'm just going to flip it inside out, and I'm going to take my glue gun and I'm going to glue most of the side shut. Then I'm going to stuff it. All right, let's see how it looks. Pretty sure it's dried enough. Time to stuff them. Yes, my little pillows are small, but wait till you see the size of our chairs on our front porch. I mean, if you even call it a front porch, it's just like a little stoop. I can tell I'm ungluing where I just glued, stuffing this. I probably should have left that end open. And then we can glue this seam at the top closed. Look at that, we have little pillows. And just make sure all of our little seams are glued here. But if you are using regular stuffing and redoing your shirt like I did and sewing, and it's something that you want to use going forward, sewing would definitely provide a better quality. There we have our first pillow, so I'm going to make the second one. What? I can't believe I just made 2 pillows out of this old shirt. And I do have the scraps left over, so maybe I can do something with those. Forget buying seasonal pillows that cost $20 each. You've got to try this. These pillows add a pop of autumn color to my chairs without breaking the budget, and they look fantastic. So my sign is dry. I've got my Cricut machine ready to go, and I'm just using some scrap vinyl in the size of my decal. We're just gonna peel it off once we put it on, so it can be any vinyl that you have. That was so easy. So I've already got the contact paper on there. All I have to do is peel it and stick it to the sign. Now for the fun part, I'm going to paint on top, and I'm just going to use a stencil brush for around the letters and then just spread it on the sides. I hope this is the color I want to use. I'm just trying to make sure it's, yeah, it looks good. So, woo, there we go. Don't want any bleeding, so let's get that. Okay, it's completely painted. Now for the big reveal, and this is where it gets messy. I'm gonna grab your vinyl and peel it away. Remember, if you have any boo-boos, you can just touch it up later. If it bled at all, you can always touch it up. So you can see I have a few areas that I need to touch up, but otherwise it looks really good. This budget-friendly Cricut craft makes a big statement on my fall porch. Here's the final look. I can't believe I transformed my front porch into a cozy fall retreat with this faux floral arrangement, this Cricut crafted wood sign. I've got the lantern glow up DIY pillows and a $2 wreath. It's proof that you don't need to spend hundreds of dollars at big box stores to create a welcoming seasonal entry. With a little creativity, thrifting, and repurposing what you already have, you can create a decor that feels both festive and budget friendly. Some other ways you can spruce up your porch: adding pumpkins, a cozy throw blanket, layering some doormats. I've got personalized doormat Cricut DIYs that you got to check out on my blog, adding some string lights or other seasonal accents like pine cones, a galvanized bucket, and so on. Small budget-friendly details like this will put your whole porch together and make it the perfect spot to enjoy a cup of cider on a crisp fall evening. If you want more $10 challenge DIYs, check out my Dollar Tree fall crafts video with seasonal inspiration you can make on a budget. I'm so glad I challenged myself this year to give our front porch a festive fall makeover for just $10. With a little creativity, upcycling, and Dollar Tree finds, it turned out beautiful. And that is my $10 fall front porch challenge. Which DIY was your favorite? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more budget-friendly home and craft ideas. You can find all of the supplies and the links in the description. And thanks for watching. Happy fall, y'all.